All right guys, so one of the biggest questions that I get asked continuously, like in my DMs and my comments, is what are my kids' favorite toys? So today what I wanna do is I wanna show you around the house, show you what my kids are actively playing with right now, in hopes that maybe that'll give you guys some ideas. If you happen to be new here, first of all, welcome. I'd love for you to stick around, so you can definitely hit the subscribe button. But I'm Kayla, I'm a mom of two. I have a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. So I have a 3-year-old boy, a 5-year-old daughter, and we spend a lot of time at home. I homeschool the kids, so like the kids are always here. So yes, they have a lot of toys, but I have found that there's still like certain toys that they play with more often than others. The other thing that you'll know if you're regulars on the channel here, if you watch the vlogs and stuff, is that we're in the middle of a move. So right now we're in like a temporary Airbnb house for a period of like 60 days. So basically the toys that you see behind me, and again, we're gonna go around the house and see the toys that the kids are playing with, but the toys that we brought with us from our house that we moved out of, these are like the toys that we thought that they would get the most use out of. So if we're talking about like favorites, things that they spend a lot of time playing with, these are definitely some of the things that I'm gonna recommend. So we're gonna get straight to it. Nothing is super organized because again, like we don't have like permanent spots for everything. First thing that we brought with us is a whole tub of Barbie stuff. So Riley loves her Barbies, she loves dressing them up. So when we left our house in Virginia and we packed up toys, we told her you could have this bin, fill it with as much Barbie stuff as you want. Some of it isn't actual Barbie, some of it is like her farm animals from her Barbie farm set. So just different accessories. She has, let's see, like a random kayak, like literally any kind of Barbie accessory she wanted to play with, she could put in this bin. So we do have like a tub full of Barbies. And yes, it's a little annoying because sometimes I find like all these tiny little pieces all on the floor, but then I make her pick them up. But that is like the Barbie bin. And by the way, I will do my best to link as much of this stuff down below in the description box. So if you see anything that I mentioned, you want to see like where you can grab it, I'll try to include some links there. Again, I'm going through like these random tote bins just to show you, like just to give you an idea of some of the things the kids are playing with. So this wasn't something that we ourselves brought with us, but this was like a gift. Like Mimi, my mom, got these for Jackson because Jackson is obsessed with cars. You'll see like his whole entire like car, not his whole entire car collection because he still has some like in packages and boxes that we put in storage, but he does have quite a few cars with him. But this is a great set of monster trucks because what's nice is that they're like super plastic, they're big, not a lot of tiny little pieces. If you have a little one and you're worried about choking hazards, these are great for like playing in kinetic sand. You can put them outside also to play in like water play. So if you have like a water table, anything like that, these I feel like are a good option to accompany Jackson's millions of cars that again we'll see in a second. We did bring with us one of his like roads. So this is one of the mats that he has to go with his cars, and this thing is like bigger than me, but it's really easy just to like fold and put away. But it's like one of those mats that shows the whole road, and there's parking spots, and every once in a while he'll take this out and he'll put his cars along the road. You see over here there's like numbers, so he gets his cars and lines them up in the parking spots. We work on numbers that way, and it's just something for him to do, you know, alongside the cars. I feel like seriously nobody prepared me for being a boy mom, like, and the amount of freaking cars that I was gonna see in my lifetime. Like, you know, it's not gonna get any better at all, but there are like 5,000 cars all over my floor at any given time. So if you guys also are boy moms or you also have a kid that is obsessed with cars, then I definitely feel your pain too. Now, one of the things that the kids insisted on bringing with them, and I'm glad that they did bring it with them, is their dentist set. This is one of our favorite like pretend play sets. This kind of looks kind of creepy, right? But it comes with like everything, braces, like Invisalign. It comes with a bunch of different accessories for like playing dentist. And I found that the kids spend a lot of time just like pretending to be dentists with each other, and like they'll go and they'll set up this at the table and they'll take turns being the doctor. It even comes with like a little doctor mask that they put on and they play pretend with. So this is a great set, and the kids have really gotten a lot of use out of it. This random Ariel doll was a new purchase. We went to Target the other day and Riley was able to pick out one thing, and this is what she wanted to pick out. She's like really into baby dolls. This doll she takes with her a lot of places, and then she'll play with it also like in the bathtub. She'll take her outside. So anything that's like a doll, I feel like Riley is really into these days. Over here at the table, this is like where Riley had her bin of doll accessories, and I don't know exactly where they all went, But she did have a bin where she had like all this stuff for her baby so she could play baby, and she has a couple other dolls besides the one that I showed you. And you got like some random other things in here. She had like a baby bin of toys that I'm gonna put back over here in the bin. So like I said at the beginning, we are a homeschool family, so the one thing I made sure to bring with us is just a bunch of homeschool resources and books. So like the kids curriculums or Riley's curriculum and like all the little workbooks and stuff that we use on a daily basis, I have here. I also have this whole little cart with all of our just more workbooks and dry erase markers. This was Riley's preschool curriculum from last year. Just lots and lots of workbooks and manipulatives and games and puzzles. I've shown you guys this before in other videos, but this is one of our favorite puzzles to play with. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. It's like there's like these wooden cards and then all the shapes, and then you go putting the shapes on the right spots. We also have like this kind of stuff that Riley's really into. Like my sister got her this bead set for, was it Easter? I don't know. But bead sets are really good, so we'll make bracelets every once in a while with these. And this is actually a super cute set. It's got like mermaid charms, and Riley's really into it. This is another set that she got as a gift since we've been here, but it's like a frozen, you know, put together like necklaces and stuff. And the beads on this set are like a little bit bigger, so it's easier for her to do on her own, but those are great. We also have a bunch of Play-Doh. This was like a little cat set that I showed you guys in the vlog not too long ago. On the top there's like molds, and then it came with those 4 colors, and she was able to like make a cat out of it. She's like all obsessed with her cats. So Play-Doh is something that's great for both of the kids and something that they'll ask to do often. I did make sure to bring the kids Love Every Block set because seriously guys, this is like one of our all-time favorite toys. Whenever we travel and we're like, oh, okay, we can only bring like 1 or 2 toys with us, this is always something that I bring because you can get so much use out of it and use it in different ways. You can use it like a shape sorter and put the shapes through there. You can use it like a pull cart because it has like the wheels, and Jackson will go around the house like pulling this, and then comes with this too that you can use as a ramp. Jackson can throw his cars down, and then all of the blocks you can stack. You can work on like lacing skills with some of them. Like there's seriously a million different ways that you can use the block set. So this is one of our all-time favorite toys. I think it's like $99 maybe. It's like expensive, but the quality is there. I always like rave about it because I've had it since like Riley was teeny tiny, and it's one of those toys that will stand the test of time. The quality remains, and we love that. So that is definitely a good one to have. All right, then over here is the kids art cart, which I've shared a million times with you guys, and it definitely needs some organizing. It needs to like, I need to go through it and just better organize it. But this is where I keep, for the most part, like all the kids art supplies. So art supplies and kids, I mean, I don't think I have to really explain like how necessary that is. We always have markers, we always have scissors, crayons, colored pencils, like all the staples, glue sticks. That's what I always keep in this caddy, and this is what we use like when we do homeschool. I always have a ton of stickers, so whenever we find like sticker books or just sticker pages, I always throw them in here. The more the better, because kids love stickers, and it's actually really good for them in terms of like working on their hand-eye coordination or like fine motor skills. And then really what we use the most often is like construction paper, different like colored papers that we keep. I do have some coloring books, but my kids really aren't into coloring books. But if your kids are into coloring books, then that's something else that would be good to keep. We have like a bin of like miscellaneous like sensory stuff, popsicle sticks, pipe cleaners, googly eyes for whenever we do crafts. I think this is like another miscellaneous bin too. I've got watercolors, and I've got more pencils. I have a glue gun. So just like arts and crafts supplies. And then over in this room, this is like where the stuff that they use the most often is. So like I said, cars. We've got a giant bin of all different kinds of cars that Jackson likes. Monster trucks, little cars, tiny cars, like all sorts of cars. So it's not like there's any one particular that is good. It's just he likes them all. And then this is our bin of magnet tiles. This is like the best toy. This is the toy that gets the most use just because you can use it to build. Jackson also likes to use it to like make little roadways for his cars. So like he'll line them up like that all on the floor, and then he'll take any of his cars and then like, you know, go like that and go along the road. So He uses these a lot together. Something else that he'll do often with the magnet tiles is he'll build like little like parking lots for his cars. So both him and Riley together will build buildings, or they'll build structures, and then they'll put the cars inside the parking garages. I will never stop raving about magnet tiles just because like they're so worth the money. And I never get the magnet tile brand. Like the magnet tile brand, like the brand name magnet tiles can be very expensive. We've had a lot of success with just buying some different sets from Amazon, and then whenever I find them at a good deal, whenever they have a good price on them, I'll buy some more and just add to the collection, because obviously the more magnet tiles you have, the more that they can build, the longer the roads can be, the bigger the structures can be. And since I have 2 kids, you got to split them and all of that, so I will never be sad to receive any new magnet tiles. The other thing that goes with the magnet tiles that I found not too long ago, and I shared with a lot of you guys if you're like regularly on the channel, but these little cars are awesome. And yes, sometimes like they have stickers on them because Riley puts stickers on them. It's not what they're supposed to look like. But this set of 2 cars, it comes with 2 of them, and I don't know where the other one is. Maybe it's somewhere in here. But this is great because the kids will literally build like trains with the magnet tiles, and then they'll put their little figurines or whoever the heck they're playing with in there, and then they'll transport them, and they are great. So anything that has to do with magnet tiles, I'm always a fan of. And then this is something else that the kids are really into. Riley more so than Jackson, just because she can play with this a little bit better. But Legos are always going to be a great addition to your toy collection. This is super unorganized because the kids have gone through it. But this set in particular is great because it comes with just a bunch of random pieces. And then it comes with this little book that shows them exactly how to make these different items. And Riley, who is 5, she has been able to go through the instructions and follow the instructions and make each of these, and it's been super impressive. And it's like a great skill for her to have, to be able to follow instructions, because she can probably do this better than I can at this point. But she was able to make all of those, and I thought that that was really, really cool. See, like this one is like the little whale, and like they'll make it a couple times and then it gets destroyed and then they just make it again. But I think that's really cute that she can follow the instructions and make whatever is here, but also she can just be creative, and you know, you can take these apart and then just use them to make whatever it is that you want. We also brought with us our Tony box, and the kids have loved this Tony box so much. At first I wasn't sure if they were gonna use it or get much use out of it, but they have used it a ton. And so if you've never seen what a Tony box is, it's like this box, you put all the characters on top of the box, and of course, the one day that I want to show you, it's out of battery. Great. Is it out of battery? No. Okay, there we go. So you put the little characters on.
I'm Marshall, a Paw Patrol's fire dog. I'm fire.
Can you guys hear that? So you put the characters on there, and then it reads them, it tells them like a story, or there's some kind of audio that's associated with each of the characters. But that one is obviously Marshall, Paw Patrol. So I have Marshall, and then we have all these other ones. The kids today discovered that they are magnetic. And so on this random like decor piece here on this table, they have decided to like stick all the Tonys on there, which is great. They're just gonna totally break this. But we have a whole bunch of different ones. We have Peppa Pig, we have Octonauts, we have the Little Mermaid. And so you place them there, and like this one will like recite like the whole like Little Mermaid story, sings also like the song. So the kids are like really into that, and so we definitely wanted to bring this with us. And then we also brought their headphones, which Riley has a pair of headphones, and so does Jackson. These are Jackson's. So if I don't want to listen to the Tony box, they can just like plug this in here, and then they can listen to whatever story it is that they want on their own. I am going to take you guys outside because there's quite a few like outdoor toys that we brought. But the kids are also out there playing with Joe, so whatever. I'll finish inside here first and then we'll go outside. But there's a couple of books that we brought with us in case you need some book ideas. Again, the kids have a very big book collection, but I wasn't gonna bring every single book that the kids own. So these are just like some of our top, you know, favorites at the moment. So this one obviously is for Jackson, and it's got a whole bunch of different trucks. It is also Lift-A-Flap, which Jackson's really into, like kids that age. really like this. So these are the books that I'll leave out, and I'll find him like just sitting here looking through, or he'll be like, Mama, can we read it at night? And then I'll take it into the bedroom and then I read it to him at night. So this one is a good one. This one is very similar. This one is Things That Go. It's an Usborne book, but I got it on Amazon, and it's the same concept. It's a lift a flap. It has like a whole bunch of different facts about trucks and planes and like all of the things that he's obsessed with. So if you have a little one who's really into trucks and, you know, race cars and all of that, then this one would be really good. This one my sister gave him, I think, for Easter, so we didn't bring it with us, but it's a great book. It's from that same series. They have like a whole bunch of these books from like these little characters. So another one that I'll read to Jackson. And then this is one of my all-time favorite kids books. This I know, it's about God and like how God made us. It's a really cute Christian book. Like on the back here it says, Jesus loves me, this I know, for the whole world tells me so. So I really like to read this one like at night to the kids, so I made sure to bring this one. And then this one, I'm sure you guys are tired of me like showing you because I show this to you in every single like book haul or favorite, you know, Homeschool Resources books. This one is just like a bunch of facts about different sea animals, and Riley loves to look through it. Like no matter what books I put out, she will always ask me for this one, and it's not a bad book to have because they definitely learn about all these different creatures. So the Big Book of Blue, I would definitely put it on your list of books to get if you don't have it already. It's great. And then we'll go outside and I can show you a couple of the things that the kids have. So everything here is super dirty, so just bear with me. But we do have some water guns that I bought at Target that the kids have been liking. Bubbles, of course, because that's always something fun for them to do. This, I showed you guys, ABC flashcards, or like water flashcards. Every letter has like one of these cards, and then you get water and then it reveals a picture. So this is like a water play activity that I let them do, but they have to be outside to do it. Again, super dirty, all of this stuff, so bear with me. But this is their kinetic sand bin. So there's a bunch of kinetic sand in here, and look, they're all coming to be like, hello, what are you doing playing with my toys? Jackson was out here taking a walk with Dada, and then Riley's in her helmet because she was on her scooter. But this is the kinetic sand bin. We love kinetic sand, and we love like molds and anything that they can play with like that. And then we've got little construction cars for Jackson so he can play with the kinetic sand. So that is always a hit. I'm gonna put that over there. You're what? You're playing with Play-Doh right now? Yeah. Very good. So this is the Play-Doh bin. In addition to the one Play-Doh set that I showed you guys inside, this is the one that we keep outside that has homemade Play-Doh. I have a whole video showing you guys how I make homemade Play-Doh. It's super easy to make. So I'll link that down below, but I keep like my homemade Play-Doh. Now this one is like super old, so it's probably all crumbly, so I should probably make some new ones. But any of like the molds that they use a lot, the rollers, we just keep it in a bin, and then they can reach for whatever it is that they want to use to make whatever it is they're making. This was something new that I purchased that I actually really love and highly recommend to all of you guys. It's like a sensory play activity set. I don't even know what to call it, but it comes with all these different like Play-Dohs, like different doughs and puffy things and slime. They're like different textures and consistencies, all of these. Some are called like cloud dough, some of them, I don't know, whatever, but you get the point. Like it's stuff that you can mold and kind of like Play-Doh. And so you've got all of those, and then it comes with a bunch of these stamps. So like you can roll this out and then the kids can stamp it. You can work on all these different, you know, concepts. Like you can work on the numbers, you can work on the shapes, so you can have them playing with the Play-Doh, and you can ask them to, you know, find the star and stamp a star. And I'm just trying to give you ideas of like what you can do with it. But we really like that. I'm actually surprised that it's like nice and organized at the moment. It's not like thrown everywhere. And then you have the letters, so they can use this plastic thing to mold the letters. So for Riley, I can tell her like spell the word dog with the Play-Doh, and then she can look for the different letters, and then she can, you know, play with Play-Doh, but she's also learning with, you know, the letters and stuff. And then this set also came with these activity cards, which are really cool because they're like different prompts that they can use the Play-Doh to like follow the instructions. Like this, I believe, like they can use to like make different things at the beach, like make the missing items. This says like mold all of the clear things below, so like try to, you know, mold all of those. This one says practice rolling, so it says mold and place 5 snakes on this. So it's like different prompts and different ideas of things that you can do, which I think is really cool. This card over here says count the images, then mold a circle and stamp the correct number. So they would like put together a little circle of Play-Doh and then find the stamp that has the number 2 for this one, stamp the 2. So it's like an educational thing, but also like really fun. So this was something that I found and it wasn't very expensive, and I've been like raving about it because I think it's so cute. Out here I do have like some dish soap because we brought with us, again, this is super dirty, but this is like the reality of what it's like if you have a water table of some kind and it's outside. This is the water table that I'll fill up with water. I'll clean it first, then fill it with water, and the kids will play with it. But then sometimes I'll add dish soap to make it like bubbly, and that's just like something extra to do with the water table. Jackson has some of his cars out here because then it's like a car wash when the cars are getting washed with the water and the bubbles. More of their water guns are up here, and then we brought with us a couple of the bouncy balls so that they can play catch with Joe. And even though this backyard isn't very big, we did bring the kids' scooters. So like Riley brought her princess scooter and her helmet, and so Joe will sometimes like take her out here and she can just like scooter. This one over here is Jackson's scooter, so that is one of their most used toys because that's one of the things that they want to do when they go outside. They want to either go for walks or they want to go on their scooters. So this is Jackson's helmet and then his little scooter. Those are great toys, and it's great because like they're actually doing something active and they're getting their energy out and working on coordination that she obviously needs help with, stuff like that. So I always recommend the scooters. And then this over here is the kids like little plastic play pool. We've had this thing forever. It comes with the umbrella. You put the umbrella in that hole over there, and then, you know, there's some shade. We haven't used this just yet, and again, we need to like clean it because it's very dirty. But that is something that we brought with us from the house. Those were like the 2 big outside toys that we brought with us, and it just gives us something extra to do when the kids need to be entertained. And then this was something else we did today that is out here drying, but the kids love anything that has to do with paint. So this is like a little activity set that my sister had gifted them. It was like wooden cars, and then they had to paint it. So this was out here drying, and so that it doesn't make a mess inside. But anything paint related, the kids love to do. We just have to be careful. But yeah, that's really it in terms of what toys we have with us now. Obviously that'll change when we get into our new house, and we'll open up like some of the toys that we had packed away that the kids haven't seen for a long time. They'll be super excited. But for the time being, that's what they have access to. That is how I've been trying to keep them entertained. Obviously, they still have their iPads, they have their games on their iPads, which I also have a video on. If you guys wanna know like what apps they play, I have a whole video that I'll link for you guys. That's like what's on my kids' iPads. But between the toys that they have, the arts and crafts, and then just like their iPads, that's just like some of the stuff that they've been doing. So I hope that this was helpful. I'll also try to leave down below a playlist that I have like of all my other toy rotations, because when we were back in Virginia, I did like regular toy rotations, so showing you some more toys if you need even more toy ideas. But this has been like a really cool thing to like see how my kids have been able to keep themselves occupied and entertained without the usual amount of toys that they have access to, and it's been working out fine. So I definitely know that when we get to our new house, we can downsize in terms of the toys that we have out. This whole move has definitely caused us to have to be a little bit more minimal when it comes to toys, because there's really not all that much space for them to have like all of their stuff. Like for Riley, I showed you the bin of her Barbies. That was just like a fraction of the amount of Barbie stuff that she actually owns. And like in storage, we have Riley's Barbie dream house that she can't wait to have back when we move into the house. But it just goes to show you that like they don't necessarily need a Barbie dream house. They can just be content playing with just the Barbies and the little accessories. So yeah, you guys, I hope that you guys found this video useful, helpful. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know. Again, if you're new, consider subscribing. I try to do a lot of these like day in life with my kid videos, showing you guys how I entertain them, how I homeschool them. I know I find these videos to be helpful to see like what toys like other moms are putting out for their kids, because when you're home with your kids 24/7, like you need to keep them entertained or you go freaking nuts. So I love your faces. Thank you so much for being here, you guys. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.